Casino Royale is one of my favorite action movies of all time. Daniel Craig gives a fantastic performance in his first appearance as James Bond. Mads Mikkelsen is fantastic as Le Chiffre, and Le Chiffre is a very sympathetic villain. Eva Green is terrific as Vesper. The movie is flawlessly directed by Martin Campbell. The action scenes are amazing. There's no shaky cam, and you can tell what's happening. I also love the soundtrack for this movie, especially the song You Know My Name by Chris Cornell. Casino Royale is absolutely incredible, and this is the second best Daniel Craig Bond movie. I feel gets hated on way too much. There are fun action scenes and the movie has a good soundtrack. In terms of flaws with the movie, I would say the villain is weak and forgettable and there are some slow parts. Still not the best movie of the franchise, but it's not as bad as some make it out to be. Skyfall is one of my favorite action films ever. This movie gave us a different portrayal of Bond. This movie perfectly portrayed Bond as someone who can fail. This movie also brought the relationship between Bond and M full circle, giving us a mother and son dynamic that was done really well. Javier Bardem as Silva is also my favorite villain in the Daniel Craig Bond franchise. This is a good James Bond movie, but it's not great though. But it's still, it's not bad because I know some people hate this movie, but I think this movie's good. No Time to Die is a very good final film for Daniel Craig's run as James Bond. Daniel Craig gives his best performance as James Bond. He is truly terrific in this movie. Lashana Lynch and Léa Seydoux are also really good in the movie. Ana de Armas doesn't have much screen time, but she is good for the screen time she has. Rami Malek as the villain. Let's talk about him. Performance-wise, he is really good. In terms of his character did have motives that were understandable. My flaw with his character is that his character wasn't in the movie that much. It would have been nice for his character to have more screen time. The action scenes are very well done. They're very white-knuckle, gritty, and intense, and very realistic. The movie, to me, has a very satisfying conclusion that really ends Daniel Craig's run as Bond well. No Time to Die is a really good Bond movie. This movie isn't as good as Skyfall or Casino Royale, but this is the third best Daniel Craig Bond movie.